Hey, it's James Taylor here. One of the questions I'm asked all the time is, what is creativity? How do we define it? Well, at its most simple, creativity is the ability to generate and refine ideas, generate and refine. However, there's a couple of more elements in it if you want to really go into thinking about the difference between what we call small c creativity and big C creativity. So think of it as a bit of a continuum, the way to think about it. All creatives and creative ideas, they have to, you're generating, refining ideas is what you're doing. However, you have to ask yourself probably another 3 questions to understand whether there's something is like a small c creative or a big C creative. And so when we talk about small c creative, this is what we sometimes call everyday creativity. It's like you've just come up with ideas, it's improved things, but it's probably not going to change, it's not changing the world, it's maybe improving your life. Or big C creativity, these are the Picassos and the Hemingways and the Einsteins. They really change the world as well. If we look at its most, the first of these 3 things, thinking about creativity, is the idea useful? And let's say if we're talking about if you're decorating a room in your home. If you're decorating the room in your home, you've obviously generated ideas, you've refined ideas. Okay, I'm going to paint it this color, I'm going to do the skirting boards this color, and then that's definitely useful. There's no doubt. You've created something that is useful. It's a great room now. It looks much nicer. So that's the kind of the small c level of creativity. Then the next thing is, well, okay, it's useful, but is it original? Is it novel? Is it new? And chances are maybe you may have not created, this way you've decorated the room is not particularly new or novel. It's useful, but it's not particularly new or novel. But you may have done something with the room. It's like no one has ever done this before. It's a new and novel thing. And so now you're getting closer to the big C. But what really defines what we call big C creatives is do the work that they do, the generation and refining of ideas, are they useful, original, and do they change the domain in which they're working? So, Hemingway changed the idea of novel writing. Einstein changed science. Picasso changed art. These are big C creatives. There's nothing wrong with just, vast majority of people, myself possibly included, we're focused really on creating new things that are useful in the world. But who knows? We may change the domain. We may not change the domain. So that's the initial way of thinking about that continuum. Another way to think about it, and this is very useful if you want to model other creative people. So if you're a musician, you want to model other great musicians, or if you're a designer, you want to model great designers, or if you're an executive and you want to model how other executives have built their companies in really creative, innovative ways, then this is like a model that you can use. It's called the 6 Ps model. We teach it at C School here. So 6 Ps, the first thing to think about is the purpose. What is your creative purpose? Why are you doing this? And likewise, if you're looking at another creative individual that you're looking to model and learn from, what was their drive? What was their mission behind what they're doing? Because that can tell you a lot about that individual and the work they're creating. Secondly, what is their personality? We all have different creative types. And we can go into this in more in depth at C School. But it's kind of identifying and understanding what your creative type is, and also understanding if you're working in the context of a team in an organization, what the creative types are of the other people in your team, so you can put together a really high-performing team as well. So that's the personality point. And then the third point is the process, and this is understanding the process of how you work, how you generate ideas, how you refine ideas. So your creative process, but also you could be looking at, within organizations, looking at the creative process of how a company makes this type of product or this type of service. The fourth one is place. So thinking about the environment in which you're working, and often actually I find companies can be very, very good at this, understanding how they can build a creative work environment, a creative space to get the best from their people. Likewise, you as an individual, where do you work best? In terms of you're doing creative work, probably what you'll find is at different stages of the creative process, you might want to be in slightly different environments. So when you're really working at trying to absorb a lot of content, you may be working in a quiet space. Maybe then you're starting to think about ideas and to kind of find patterns. You may be working maybe in a coffee shop, but then in order to get to those kind of aha moments, you need to be out in nature walking around. So thinking about the importance of the place. And then the fifth one is product. I won't go in too much in depth in this, but what is the actual product? What's the modality? What is the thing that's being created? And the final thing is persuasion. And this is such a critical element of it, because the thing that it almost defines that being able to change the domain is, can you persuade other people that this idea is original, so it's new and it's novel and it's useful, and it's going to change the world and it's changing the domain? And that persuasion, that 6P, is one of the most important things. You have to do the work. You actually have to create something that is going to change the world, but you've got to persuade other people to do it. You've got to persuade the gatekeepers that this is an idea that is going to change the world and it's definitely changing the domain. So hopefully that's been useful, understanding what is creativity. It's the ability to generate and refine ideas, and we have this continuum between small c creativity and big C creativity, between is it original, is it useful, and does it change the domain? My name is James Taylor. Hi, it's James here. Did you enjoy that episode? If so, there's two things that we can do to continue the journey together. Firstly, I would love if you were to subscribe, give us 5 stars and leave a comment. Secondly, if you go to jamestaylor.me and enter your name and email address, I'm going to send you some free goodies all around creativity and innovation. Look forward to continuing the journey together.